Manchester 0, Chrystal Palace 1. Arguably our worst start since 1989. That's what the stats are saying. Manager wants to win, but some players don't adhere his principles or their heads dropping. Managers keep picking those players. Why? That's a big question. Why? Why are you picking certain players that don't really have the mentality to play for you? They're constantly letting you down. Fans got there singing their hearts out. Fans got soaked in that rain. But oh no, did they have to go home even more soaked in this misery? It ain't no cold November rain with Guns N' Roses, but it is cold September rain. Are we in crisis? I arguably say yes and no. Are we in rebuild? Yes, we are. Did we get backed by the Glazers too in the transfer window? No, we didn't. Do we have injuries galore? 100% we do. Do we have fullbacks that can actually play? We have only one fit, Diego Dalot. Amrabat came in and made a difference because Amrabat is a versatile player. Amrabat was playing left back, midfield, right goalkeeper, everywhere you can go. But Manchester United faced Crystal Palace at Old Trafford in the space of few days. You know, I thought to myself in the match preview, I thought, why change a winning team? We already beaten them once. Well, hang on a second. Sometimes you got to give the manager critique as well, and that's what we're here for, calling a spade a spade. This is the therapy session. Erik Ten Hag make 4 changes from that side over a 3-0 victory. So who is that really to blame? I mean, Rafael Varane came in instead of Harry Maguire. Fair enough, fair and square. Bruno Fernandes started in head of Hannibal Mejbri, by the way, that had a fantastic 2 run of games since he came in, and he was sidelined, even get a sniff to come into play. Rashford needs dropping. Rashford needs to be hungry. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, everyone that I've spoken to can see it. Why did he get picked? Why did not Garnacho start? Because if you look at the tactics, they learned from the first game when they got battered by 3-0. They just completely parked the bus, shut it down, and we should have just kept it wide. Wide. Who plays wide? Garnacho plays wide. Pelistri plays wide, but not Rashford. Rashford tucks inside and likes to play with Højlund, but a little bit to the left. Did he shoot? No. Did he pass? No. Well, here's the 3 things that we learned from this game. United are struggling to create enough clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. Yes, we created some goal-scoring opportunities, but not from the left flank. Right? This was a theme, a game versus Roy Hodgson, a man that is pushing 77. That is kind of a little bit of a dinosaur of the game, but he's been around. They say sly foxes are always sly. How much United puffed and puffed and huffed and puffed. That ball just didn't want to go in. Sure, we had goal-scoring opportunities. There was headers from Højlund. There was that ping-pong deflection. There was undisputably some VAR dodgy decisions that didn't go away. But in the opening 45 minutes, United had a lot of possessions, but could not do anything with it. Why? I'm thinking it took me to understand that it led to controversy that since that Joachim Andersen, and big up, and I'm not going to take away from that goal from Joachim Andersen. That was a massive goal, right? There was nothing Onana could have done in that position. He fired a rocket, a powerful shot on the roof of that United's net, and our heads went dropping. I was hoping that give Onana his 3rd clean sheet. But since that goal came in, it threatened United's mentality, according to my opinion. Sure, we had, 79% possession or something. It was good work. We were passing things around, but we didn't create anything. Anything. We didn't even test the goalkeeper. Why? Rashford's trying to play pinball, right? You know pinball. If you have the ball in your feet and you're going to take on 3-4 defenders, look up past the ball. No, instead what we did was passing it around, maintaining possession. I was watching Ten Hag in the post-match interview and absolutely agree with him. Like, he put his hand up and say, we're not good enough. Yeah, we had possession, but we couldn't finish our dinner. And then you went and bought Rasmus Højlund. Nothing wrong with Højlund. He didn't get any service. He created what he could, and that ball could almost got in. The only memorable chance that I keep thinking in the first half is to Højlund. Absolutely Højlund. Got to the end of the top of the ball from Rashford, but Højlund couldn't get significant power on it. You know, it's just like the delivery needs to be good. The delivery needs to be good. What's the point of having delivery service if you cannot deliver? May I continue? Other than that, everyone was seeing that ain't working. The left side is not working. Mason Mount was providing energy, but him and Rashford didn't work. Bruno didn't work. There are individual brilliance, individual billionaires or millionaires. They're not following instructions. It's surprisingly how United struggled from that point. Not much of attack, considering they have one of the best leagues creators in the team in Bruno Fernandes that didn't get on the ball. On paper, we have such an amazing squad, but on the pitch, we're just mouses. Letting the manager down. Letting the manager down. Why? I just don't understand. Point number 2 is the United wingers offer very little. Why? Because they didn't get service either. If you have applied the same team formation that you won 3-0, you would have not been in this position. Instead, you went trusted other players that are not to be trusted. The team that you put out, Eric, on Tuesday is the winning mentality team. Hannibal Mejbri, Garnacho, Pelistri, just a few of them. Right? Pelistri seemed to struggle in the first half, but he worked himself into the game. Mentality. Hang on, I'm not going to get any service, but I'm going to work myself into this game. I'm going to make myself available. Right? He never really dropped his mentality. And that's what bothers me. Right? I saw a tweet from Samuel Lockhurst to say Mejbri and Garnacho first to warm up. Really not in the final third, despite some good approaches played by Casemiro and Mount. Some fans have audibly groan. I have Peter here that went to the match. There was groans. People came out to applaud the fans, especially Rashford. The fans didn't respond back. They didn't clap back, what I heard. So United's momentum halted. That's the third thing, right? We came out in the second half after a run of consecutive defeats against Arsenal, Brighton, Bayern Munich, and win against Burnley, and then in the Carabao Cup. I thought the momentum was there. I thought that togetherness was there. However, the momentum gain was now been halted. This defeat was not supposed to happen. This defeat is going to damage the manager. The knife's going to come out and be sharpened, people. They're going to call for Ten Hag's head. But think about it. You can blame the manager, yes, for his team selection. That was naive. But you have to also look at the individual players that was on the pitch. Me and Jarvis, we did a match preview earlier. But now, what can we do from here? Welcome to the therapy session. We're here to talk about where do we go from here? Knowing that we have all these injuries, knowing that we play Galatasaray on Tuesday. I thought about long and hard. It took me 1 hour to digest everything. Never do I like to come in and do emotional speech. But when you take a moment and step back and look at it, the pointing fingers needs to be both on the team and at the manager. I blame Ten Hag for not sticking to the same team selection. He tweaked too much. He jinxed it. He trusted too much. I give my roses to the match-going fans that stood out there in the rain. They stood out in the rain and got cheated. Where are we now in the league table does not matter. What matters right now is that we, by all means, get new Glazers out. Not new Glazers, but new ownerships as soon as possible. But because sacking a manager is not the solution. getting new ownership. It is the solution.